Hi there, lovely. It's been a while, but welcome back. Today, I want to share one of my absolute favorite stretching methods. As we get older, flexibility becomes more and more important. And I'm not just talking about muscles, it's actually more about maintaining an overall quality of life, right? My favorite stretching method is called the PNF method. And PNF stands for Proprioceptive Neuromuscular Facilitation. And that's a long word. You don't have to remember that. These receptors constantly send information to our brain about our muscle length, tension, contraction, and our position. So when you go deeper in a stretch, or it feels like you're going too far in a stretch or in any movement, then the safety mechanism will kick in. And that is that your nervous system often read this as a potential threat. And in turn, will make your proprioceptors contract the muscle as a response to protect your body. What I love about this stretch is that we are actually working with the nervous system and not against it. So, by working with tension and release together with a conscious breathing pattern, we're actually teaching our body and our nervous system that a greater range of motion can be safe. Simply explained, PNF stretching really helps your brain and your muscles to communicate better with each other. And that will allow you, in turn, to move more freely, with more ease, and with less resistance. So, let's go. For today, we're going to focus on stretching around the hips. So I'm going to focus on the hip flexors and hamstrings and just a little bit of glutes. I would suggest that you either have a chair, something that is stable, and maybe you also want to have the chair against like a wall, because that will be even better. So I have this bench here, which is pretty stable and heavy, so that will not move. I would also suggest that you can have like two yoga blocks, because it's nice to have something that you can support your hands on, and also to be able to bring up your back or chest in certain positions. So we're going to start with the hip flexors. Now, I was talking about the breathing pattern. We are going to inhale and hold for 3 counts or 3 seconds, and then we're going to do a deep exhale. And I really want you to allow your body to relax and release and get heavy. So the exhale is going to help you to activate the parasympathetic system, and that's where you kind of like override your nervous system to teach your nerves to relax, that what you're doing and what your body is doing is safe. There is no danger. It also allows you to kind of listen more inwards to your body. So how does this motion or this stretch feel for you? Because you're also then able to adjust any position or change anything. Okay, and that pattern will be repeated 3 times. When we inhale, we're going to do like a hold, an isometric hold, or even push against the surface. So I'm going to start with the hip flexors. So I'm going to start with the right leg, and I'm going to have myself supported. So I'm going to show different variations. So for example, you can have a stool in front of you, or if you have a wall, you can also push against the wall. So I want you to start here with the knee below your hip, and think of having also the shoulders in line over your pelvis. So activate your glutes, and this is important. This is a dynamic stretch. I want you to squeeze that glute and push that hip forward so you don't hang or hinge in your lower back. And this is super important. So I really want to like feel that stretch in the front side of the hip. I'm going to stay here. Now I'm going to inhale. And on the hold, I want to like push my knee forward and squeeze that glute even more. So in hold, 3, 2, 1. And on the exhale, I release and I relax that muscle, and I allow that stretch to go deeper into that stretch. I'm really releasing. And then we're going to do that for 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And really allow your body to relax. And you go deeper, and then we stay here. And for the third time now, inhale. Squeeze that glute. Exhale. And go even deeper. And you can really, I can really feel how like it really gets in deep in my psoas here, in my hip flexors. And then stay here. Deep inhale. Exhale. You can close your eyes here too. So really allow to feel inwards to your body. Use your interoception. Exhale. And then carefully come out of that stretch. So since we're working with this tension and release concept, we're working with like dynamic elasticity for our muscles and tendons and ligaments. So this is really nice. And it's my favorite stretch actually, right? Same line, your shoulders, pelvis, hips, and knees. And then squeeze that glute. So think of like pushing your pubic bone forward. And I go as far as it feels comfortable first for me, holding the position, not hanging in my lower back. So really think of drawing those abs in as well. So I'm supporting my core. This is also important. And then from here, inhale, hold, exhale. And allow yourself to come down and relax. Body's heavy, and now I stay here. Inhale. Exhale. I haven't done this for a while, but this is also why I love this stretch, because it's so effective. It gives you an immediate result. And then inhale. And exhale. And this is also a very nice stretch. So maybe you recognize this method when you've gone to a physio, a naturopath, or a chiropractor. They can sometimes use this technique when they are stretching out a muscle. So it's actually the same principle. They are working with the proprioception, neuromuscular facilitation. So it's also very good for rehab purposes. And then let's stay here. So it's a bit of a challenge to relax while you're talking at the same time. But this was so good. And I can really feel how it takes in my hip here in the front. So now I'm relaxed on the back. I'm not squeezing my glute, but I'm really thinking of engaging my core so I don't drop too much into my lower back. This is very important. That's it. Okay. So now we are going to stretch the back of our hamstrings, and the hamstring attaches over the knee on the back side and also up on your sit bone. So we have two attachments always, and it always goes over like a joint normally. So the hamstrings function is to bend your knee primarily. Yeah? Okay. But it can also help you to connect and fire your glutes. So hamstring is really important for good knee health. Okay. So I would suggest you start here. You have to sit tall in your sit bones. So sit on the edge of your stool or your chair. You can have a belt, something, but that is not flexible. So it has to be a rope or a belt, and then put it under your foot like this and hold it. And you can hold it with both hands, and a firm grip around that rope or your belt, the belt that you're having, and pull yourself against your foot. So you really want to like aim to come with that chest forward, and think of like somebody is pulling your head. So you don't curve your back like this, but really trying to maintain yourself as tall as possible. So like a long waist, okay? And I'm gonna push into the band like this. which is going to create a chain of tension, and it will go over your calf, but it will also, you will feel the tension in the back of your hamstring. So I would prefer that you have a bent knee to begin with. So you're going to push, but at the same time hold against. So you're pushing that, and really think of like pushing your heel into the floor. So you will feel that tension on the back. Let's go. Inhale. And exhale. And release. And now pull yourself closer and relax. And inhale. Push that heel in. Exhale. Now, so this is a version for if you have a difficulty of finding that angle. So I really want you to come past the vertical line. So this is what we're aiming for here. So I'm going to be like half kneeled on one side. So I'm going to sit on top of the blocks like this. And I want to be able to stretch over the knee joint as well. So for me, I'm going to be here. I'm going to hold the strap really short and pull. And then inhale. Push that heel in, down, and in. And exhale. And pull yourself closer. And for me, I can also go as far so I can actually use my hands. And I like to even stretch under my toes here. So inhale. Exhale. And third and last time, inhale. Exhale. And then let's stay. And then let's do the other leg. It's the same thing. And remember, like I said in the beginning, we are divided into body halves. So that's why it's also good to take one leg at a time, because then you can notice the difference from one side to the other. So working unilateral is something that I actually recommend when you are stretching as well. Okay, so I'm going to be on top of the sit bones, reaching tall first, and then pushing and pulling this band, and thinking of wanting to reach with my chest forward. I would want to try to also flex those toes as much as possible. And here we go. Inhale. Pushing that heel down. Exhale. And it's again so nice. You'd like to see this immediate results. Inhale. Push. Exhale. And third last time. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah, okay, beautiful. I'm going to stay here. Allow yourself to be heavy, your body to relax. Close your eyes and really feel inwards. All right. Beautiful. Okay. So that's what I had for you today. I really hope you try these movements and this stretching method. Like I said before, it's my absolute favorite. It gives instant results every time. And not just that, it gives also a very healthy benefit for your ligaments, muscles, and tendons. I hope you enjoyed this practice. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.